They say ultra-luxury has no limits, but sometimes, even luxury creates boundaries. Boundaries so rare, so unreachable, that the entire automotive world stops and stares. And today, we're talking about the car that sits above every supercar, every hypercar, every record breaker you've ever seen. The Rolls-Royce Rose Noire Droptail. A masterpiece with a staggering price tag of $30 million. A number that already sounds unreal, but the real mystery is this. Why did Rolls-Royce build only 4 of these? Why not 10? Why not 5? Why not even a limited run of 20? Why exactly 4? And what secret is Rolls-Royce protecting behind this impossibly exclusive number? That question is the thread that connects everything in this car. The design, the craftsmanship, the story, the philosophy. So stay with me until the end, because the answer is not just interesting, it changes the way you think about luxury itself. From a distance, La Rose Noire looks like a silent storm approaching. Powerful, dark, velvety, and calm. The front end carries that unmistakable Rolls-Royce authority, but with sharper, more dramatic lines. The Pantheon grille stands taller and prouder, yet it's softened by the deep, almost liquid pomegranate black paint inspired by the black Baccarat rose. Under sunlight, it shifts between burgundy and black like a living gemstone. The headlights are minimalist, jewel-like, as if cut from clear crystal. They don't shout for attention. Instead, they look at you, quiet, confident, knowing they belong to a class where competition simply doesn't exist. As you move along the front, you begin to notice the Coachbuilt details. Lines that aren't stamped by machines, but sculpted by artisans. The front bumper flows like a carved sculpture, with subtle rose-inspired textures hidden so deep in the design only the owner truly understands them. The stance is wide, low, and graceful. Nothing exaggerated. Nothing forced. Just pure, deliberate elegance. Moving to the side profile, everything changes. This is where the Droptail becomes something more than a car. The silhouette is unlike any Rolls-Royce ever made. Long, flowing, and almost nautical, like the deck of a private yacht carved into the body of a grand touring machine. The beltline sweeps backward in a single, confident motion, ending in that extraordinary wooden rear deck that looks like it was sliced from a single piece of dark mahogany. Every curve is handcrafted. Every shadow is intentional. Even the detachable roof, a sculptural piece of engineering, sits perfectly without disturbing the purity of the side profile. The wheels are bold yet elegant. Deep polished metal with rose-inspired motifs hidden within the spokes. Details that the average person will never notice, but that's the point. True luxury isn't loud. It's personal, private, intimate. Approaching the interior feels like stepping into a private lounge built for royalty. The doors open with soft, silent confidence, revealing a cabin flooded with deep crimson, obsidian black, and soft rosewood tones. The air inside feels warm, almost alive. The asymmetry is intentional, the passenger side darker, mysterious, almost secretive. The driver's side brighter, more expressive, more emotional. Because this car wasn't just made for a driver, it was made for a love story. The hand-laid woodwork is the soul of this interior. Nearly 2 years of work. Thousands of individual triangular pieces of black Baccarat-inspired veneer arranged in a dramatic mosaic pattern across the cabin. No 2 pieces identical. No shortcut taken. You don't just see craftsmanship. You feel the human hands behind every detail. The scent of the wood. The depth of the lacquer. The warmth of the leather. Everything whispers precision, patience, dedication. The steering wheel feels heavy in the most luxurious way, wrapped in a leather tone matched to the exact shade of a black rose petal. The instrument cluster is simple, elegant, timeless. Rolls-Royce has no interest in digital overload. They create luxury through restraint, through presence, through calm. Now step to the rear, the iconic Droptail deck. Perhaps the most breathtaking feature of the entire car. The real magic. The rear deck is crafted with such obsessive mastery, it almost doesn't look real. Made from black sycamore wood, stained to match the deep rose theme, and curved into a seamless sculpture that hides complex engineering underneath. The deck transforms the car into something that feels like a vintage speedboat, a piece of architecture, and a romantic sculpture all at once. The taillights sit flush and minimal, glowing like embers in the night. And the brand's signature Coachbuilt touch is unmistakable. This rear end will never be duplicated on any other Rolls-Royce ever again. Then comes the beating heart, the engine, a 6.75-liter twin-turbocharged V12. Not tuned to scream, not designed to break records, but engineered to deliver power with a level of smoothness no other company can replicate. The acceleration feels endless, like gravity steps aside for a moment. No vibrations, no turbulence, just a wave of silent thrust pushing you forward. Rolls-Royce doesn't chase horsepower numbers, they chase experiences. And the experience here is simple: effortlessness, grace, power without aggression, authority without arrogance. So now, the question you've been waiting for. The one that hooks the entire story together. Why only 4 units? Why would Rolls-Royce limit something so extraordinary to just 4 individuals? The answer is hidden in the word Coachbuilt. The Droptail was not created for the public. It wasn't designed for a market. It wasn't made for collectors or investors. It was commissioned. 4 families, wealthy beyond imagination, approached Rolls-Royce with a vision inspired by love, legacy, and art. Each family worked directly with the Coachbuilt division for years to create a personal interpretation of the Droptail. The cars are not different trims, they are different stories. For identities, for emotional narratives, for final masterpieces that close this chapter forever. After the 4th car, Rolls-Royce officially ended the series. No reruns, no 5th, no prototypes to display, nothing. Luxury can be bought, but exclusivity? True, permanent exclusivity? That's something money alone cannot guarantee. And that's why only 4 exist. $30 million doesn't just buy metal and leather. It buys a memory, a legacy, a story carved into the history of the world's most exclusive automotive creations. A story only 4 families will ever experience. And now let me ask you, if you had the power, the money, and the chance to own just one of these 4 legends, would you choose this romantic, rose-inspired Droptail? Or would you prefer a different kind of ultra-luxury entirely?